Abby's View 7. It turns out the chipmunk had been fine, and my concerns were for naught. I was in the garden the other day, protecting Dan as he was weeding the raised beds. I was following the previous activity with my heightened sense of smell. I could know the time of day and what way the critters were facing just by the scent. I could smell back in time, as it were, to scents from days ago, if I chose not to filter it out. Sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming, but you just have to keep a grip on yourself and remember what you are sniffing for. Just for clarification, Dan does not think he needs protecting from anything, but I know better. So I was following my nose and wandering about, and as I walked west of the old hawthorn tree, I glanced up to the east and saw sitting atop Dan's cairn was my buddy the chipmunk. You may or may not recall, but I had seen a lot of my returning friends earlier this spring, but had not seen hide nor hair of any of the chipmunks. Pretty as a picture and as proud as can be sat Charlie. Charlie and I got to know each other really well last year, and I was extremely glad to see him. It was just last fall, late October as I recall, that we had quite an adventure together. That horrible feral cat that comes around had Charlie cornered in the barn. Something about the way the swallows were acting alerted me to the fact that things were amiss. I quickly raced over and chased that cat away, and sat with Charlie until his heart stopped pounding in his chest. Once he was calmed down, we were able to laugh about the close call. These calls are just a part of life on the farm. Eastward I trotted that fine day and sat down right beside him. We commenced to chat away the time, catching up on shared memories, and expounding upon all the events that had transpired since we last saw each other. It did feel like it had been ages since we had last had a chance to have a good old-fashioned tete-a-tete. The cairn was just high enough that with Charlie atop it, we were almost eye to eye. Although we had talked in the past, I must admit I had no idea how exciting of a life Charlie, or any chipmunk for that matter, had. He told me of his various ventures and travels. He told me of the big meeting he and his folk held not so many days ago. He told me funny tales and scary tales, all sorts of tales in between as well. He especially told me of his recent journey of self-reflection and many details of his study, and how he had just that very morning finished the last of many tests he needed to pass. He had freshly been bestowed the title of High Marshal in the Order of the Magnificent Order of the Ancient and Benevolent Auspicious Animals, or Meobas for short. Not only is that a very high honor, but it is a mouthful as well. That is why I spotted him where we are now conversing. With his new title of High Marshal, he felt he had to spend a little time on the cairn. I had no idea that chipmunks had any order of anything, but this sounded like a very big deal. Turns out it was a very big deal, and Charlie was a very important chipmunk.